Good morning. Can you start off by stating and spelling your name for the court record, please?
Loraley Pedrin, Loraley Pedrin.
Ms. Pedrin, you are really soft-spoken, so if you don't mind pulling that microphone just a little bit closer so that we can all hear you. Thank you very much for doing that. Ms. Pedrin, I'm going to start off with your relationship with Derek Pedrin. How do you know Derek Pedrin?
He's my husband right now, but I've known him for almost 10 years now.
Almost 10 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Your relationship with Mr. Pedrin is a complicated one. Is that fair to say?
Very.
Okay. Mr. Pedrin's also involved with a person by the name of Misty?
Yes.
What's Misty's last name?
Craig?
Craig?
I think.
Explain to this jury, because they heard a little bit last week about your relationship with Mr. Pedrin and also Misty's relationship with Mr. Pedrin. How would you explain that relationship?
He's with her, he's with me.
He's with both of you. Is that
Yeah.
yes?
Yes.
Okay. Does Mr. Pedrin have a child with Misty?
Yes.
And was there a time where you and Mr. Pedrin got married?
Yes.
When was that?
November 8th of 2024.
November 8th of 2024?
Yes.
At the time that you and Mr. Pedrin got married, did Mr. Pedrin know that Misty was pregnant with his child?
No.
Speculation, lack of foundation.
I'll rephrase. To your knowledge, at the time that you were getting married with Mr. Pedrin, was he aware that Misty was pregnant with his child?
As I'm aware, no.
Okay. Do you know when Mr. Pedrin found out that Misty was pregnant with his child?
I believe it was 3 days later.
3 days later? And when you say 3 days later, you mean 3 days after you got married?
After we were married, yeah.
Okay. And so as you describe the relationship today, you say it's a complicated relationship. He's with her and he's also with you. Did I get all of that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any experience with the law?
No. Not really.
Has anyone ever discussed with you marital privilege or what it means?
No.
Has anyone told you before you came into court today and were sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to assert marital privilege in this case?
No.
Has anyone told you to lie to this jury?
No.
Has anyone tried to intimidate you from saying anything to this jury about what you know?
No.
I want to talk to you about February 10th of 2023. And before we go into the specifics of that day, I want you to tell this jury, tell us a little bit about what your relationship was like with Josie Dikeman around that time, February of 2023.
We were in communication. She had my son a lot, and I had them. Or February is when we didn't really see each other after that birthday party.
Okay. Your son's name is Sebastian?
Yes.
And is Sebastian the same age as any of the defendant's children?
I believe close in age, very close.
Would your child Sebastian get together with the defendant's children?
Yes.
Would that be the predominant way in which you would interact with the defendant, is
Yes.
when the children would get together?
Yes.
I want to talk to you a little bit about other relationships that you have. Do you know an individual by the name of Dustin Barnes?
Yes.
Who's Dustin Barnes?
My brother.
He's your brother.
Yes.
Is Dustin Barnes still alive?
No.
When did Dustin Barnes pass away?
I don't remember the date, but it's been almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years?
Yes.
Does Dustin Barnes have any relationship with the defendant when he was alive?
Years ago, when they had a relationship.
Did they have children in common?
Yes.
Who are the children that Dustin Barnes has in common with the defendant?
My niece, Jalen Barnes.
Jalen Barnes and?
Just
Jalen.
Jalen Barnes.
Thank you. My hearing's still not 100%.
Sorry.
I apologize about that. You did not always live in Wisconsin, is that correct?
Correct.
You were in Texas for a period of time?
Yeah, almost my whole life.
Texas?
Yeah.
When did you move to Wisconsin?
It was January of 2014.
January of 2014.
Yes.
You were not around before January of 2014 when any of the incidents happened with this defendant and Dustin Barnes and Haley. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you didn't have any firsthand knowledge of any of that.
No.
You moved here after all of that took place.
I moved here because of those reasons.
Okay, tell us about that.
With my brother going to prison, he asked me to stay close for Jalen.
For his child.
Yes.
And so you moved here in January of 2014 to help with his child.
Yes.
And this was specifically a child that your brother had in common with the defendant.
Yes.
Is that how your relationship came to develop with the defendant?
Yeah. I mean, at that time, Rebecca Ehlers had custody of that.
And that's the defendant's mother, is that
Yes.
correct? Okay, so I want to fast forward back to that February timeframe in 2023, okay? I want to get some historical context. Now we're going to go back to February. By the time of February 2023, you knew all of the defendant's children?
Yes.
You knew all of the children that weren't the defendants that lived in the defendant's house as well, is that correct?
Yes.
You knew Alex
Yes.
or Alexavier.
Yes.
How did you refer to Alex or know Alex when you would visit or communicate with Alex?
As my nephew.
As your nephew?
At the time, yeah.
What name would you call him?
Alex.
I want to direct your attention to around 6 p.m. or so on the evening of February 10th, 2023. Did the defendant reach out to you about medication on the evening of February 10th, 2023?
Yes.
What was that medication for that the defendant was seeking?
She had asked me if I had any antibiotics for that she thought she had a UTI.
She asked you if you had antibiotics because the defendant had a urinary tract
She thought
infection?
she had a UTI.
Okay. Do you recall what your response was?
That I was going to look and see because I never really took all my medications.
Was this conversation between you and the defendant directly, or was there a person by the name of Kristen also involved?
Yes, she was the one that drove me there.
Who is Kristen?
She is my cousin.
She's your cousin.
Yes.
So you were with Kristen that day?
Yes. I lived with Kristen.
And so Kristen drove you where on the evening of February 10th, 2023?
To their house behind Walmart.
To the defendant's residence?
Yes.
In Onalaska?
Yes.
What was the purpose of going over to the defendant's residence in Onalaska after having a message from the defendant regarding antibiotics?
Just to drop that off to her.
To give the defendant antibiotics?
Yes.
Antibiotics are a prescription medication, is
Yes.
that correct? And this was a prescription for antibiotics that was for you, not for the defendant.
Right, correct.
And the defendant was asking you if you had any prescription medication that you could share with the defendant that was not prescribed to the defendant.
Correct.
And you obliged. You stopped over and you gave her some antibiotics.
Yes.
Tell the jury about that interaction that you had with the defendant when you were dropping off these antibiotics to the defendant. Where did it take place?
Outside. She had came outside and me and Kristen were outside with her and it was less than 5 minutes, I believe.
You never went in the residence that evening?
No.
How did the defendant appear to you when you were talking to the defendant outside for that 5 minutes?
Fine, I think.
Did she report anything being amiss inside of her residence?
Of what?
Anything being wrong inside of her house?
No.
Did she say anything about Derek being a concern that evening?
No.
Did she appear to you to be normal?
Yeah.
You said this interaction lasted about 5 minutes?
I believe so. I don't really recall how long that was.
You didn't have a stopwatch to it?
No.
Not timing it, fair?
No.
Okay. Was that the last interaction that you had with the defendant on the evening of February 10th, 2023?
Yes, in person, yes.
Was there a time where you had a phone call with the defendant later on that evening?
Yes.
That was about 10:30 in the evening or so?
About so.
How long was that phone call that you had with the defendant?
I mean, I believe between 10 to 15 minutes.
10
I
to
don't
15
recall the
minutes.
exact time.
During the phone call that you had with the defendant after 10:30 in the evening, or around 10:30 in the evening on February 10th, did the defendant bring up Derek being arrested earlier that evening?
Yes.
What did the defendant tell you regarding Derek being arrested earlier that evening?
That it was going to be easier for her to go the next day to meet with Raphael, and then said that he had choked her, but he wouldn't remember that she had lied about it. And I don't remember the rest, really.
I want to break what you told us apart piece by piece, okay?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first part. She said it would be easier
To-
with Derek in jail for her to go with Raphael.
Yes.
What did that mean? What was that about?
She just said, like, she didn't have to worry about him, I guess.
Being Derek?
Yeah.
Was the defendant going on a date the next day?
Yes.
And was that with Raphael?
Yes.
What's Raphael's last name?
Suarez? Porfilio or something like that.
Suarez or Porfilio?
Yeah, I don't really know the whole thing.
You know Raphael, correct?
Correct.
You had a birthday party a few weeks earlier on January 14th at your house.
Yes.
Was Raphael present at that party?
No.
Okay. Has he been present at your residence at other times?
When Liliana had lived there, just to pick her up a few times.
Okay.
But that was it.
I want to go back now to your conversation with the defendant at about 10:30 in the evening on February 10th. You said the first thing you talked about was the date with Raphael and that being easier with Derek being in jail, correct?
Yes.
The second thing that she mentioned was something relative to Derek choking her.
Mm-hmm.
What was she talking about, to your knowledge, based on your conversation with her regarding that?
She just said that, oh, he had choked me, and I told them, or that she had told them that he choked her, but that he wouldn't remember it because he was drunk, apparently.
And are you aware of what incident the defendant was referring to when she was talking about Derek choking her?
No.
The defendant was not saying that Derek choked her that evening being...
She said she had lied about it.
You said she lied about it?
Yes. And that he wouldn't remember.
What did the defendant say she specifically lied about?
About him choking her.
About Derek choking her?
Yes.
And the defendant also said not only did she lie about it, but Derek wouldn't remember?
Yes.
Because he was intoxicated?
Yeah.
Did the defendant also tell you that on the evening of February 10th, 2023, Derek was arrested for a violation of the no contact order?
Well, I didn't know they had a no contact order.
Do you recall if the defendant brought that up to you during that phone conversation?
I believe so.
Okay. And do you recall whether or not she told you that was the reason why he was arrested on the evening of February 10th?
I don't recall.
Okay. The defendant's voice was not the only voice that you could hear on that phone call at 10:30 in the evening, is that correct?
Correct.
There was another voice that you heard over the phone
Yes.
from the defendant's side of the telephone?
Yes.
Tell the jury whose voice you could hear on the other side of the phone from the defense side.
Alex.
You could hear Alex's voice.
Yes.
This is a voice you knew?
Yes.
This is a voice you recognized?
Yes.
Voice you had heard many times before?
Many. Yes.
Did you hear what Alex said?
He had said that she had told him that he needed to go back to bed, and he had said that he was going to wait until she went to sleep to try to go in the kitchen and look for something.
Okay, let's break that up a little bit, okay? The defendant was telling Alex that he needed to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
This is 10:30 in the evening, correct?
Yes.
Probably a fair time for someone to want their child to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You heard Alex's response to the defendant telling Alex he needed to go to sleep.
Yes.
What was Alex's response? One more
That he wanted to wait for her to go to sleep so he could go in the kitchen and look for something to eat, I believe.
You've heard Alex's voice many times before.
Yes.
You've had conversations with Alex.
Yes.
You've witnessed Alex be happy in the past.
Yes.
Have you witnessed times where Alex was upset or crying in the past?
Yes.
And in fact, you've actually witnessed Alex with an injury in the past, correct?
Correct.
An injured leg?
Yes.
Okay. On the evening of February 10th, 2023, when you hear Alex's voice over the phone, was Alex in any way, shape, or form in distress?
No.
Were there any signs to you in Alex's voice that he was in pain?
No.
Were there any signs to you in Alex's voice that he was in any way, shape, or form not normal?
No, I mean, he was just laying there and didn't talk, really. And he just played it on while laying there on the bed with the other kids.
Now, you said the other kids. You don't know that the other kids were on the bed, correct?
There was one other kid on the bed. I just don't remember who that was.
Did you hear that child?
Yes.
Okay. But you didn't hear any signs of distress in Alex's voice.
No. No.
At some point, you find out what happens regarding Alex the next morning. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you have discussions after February 11th, 2023, after the passing of Alex, with the defendant regarding Alex's death?
Just that I didn't understand what happened because he was fine the night prior. I mean, I even texted it to her and said, what happened? He was fine last night.
In response to those messages to the defendant saying Alex was fine the night prior, did the defendant ever tell you that Alex, in fact, was not fine the night prior?
No.
Did she ever express any concerns regarding Alex and his safety prior to Derek leaving the home?
No.
Did she ever say anything regarding Derek and Alex and the evening of February 10th, 2023?
No.
How many conversations do you believe you've had with the defendant regarding the death of Alex?
Not many at all.
Did the defendant ever give you an explanation for Alex's death during these conversations?
Just that he had to have gotten into something something in the house or of like a medicine of
Did
some
the defendant
sort.
ever reference her medication as being what Alex
Just that
got
it
into?
could have gotten into her medications.
Did the defendant ever talk to you about the defendant's purse where the defendant kept her medications?
Well, I knew she was very careful with medications before. I mean, she used to always keep them in Ziploc bags and stuff and was very organized with that.
Did the defendant ever reference having a bag of her medications that she hid that was now out in the open on the morning of February 10th, 2023?
Yes.
What did she tell you about that bag that the defendant would hide with her medications to keep away from the children that was there out in the open on the morning of February 11th?
That he had to have gotten it but that it was up high or something and that he had gotten into it.